Habari ma Africa. The question that is forever stuck in my head when it comes to the MK party is that, is there Mkhonto Wesizwe beyond Jacob Zuma? Like, can the party survive beyond the man? Is there an existence of MK beyond the character of Jacob Zuma? The answer to some people is a simple no. For some people, they're saying it's a little bit complicated than that. Well, there's a gala dinner that happened in KwaZulu-Natal where the national coordinator, the national organizer, Floyd Shivambu, he was giving an address there, and he said something that was very concerning to me. When he said it, it actually ringed that there's people who follow MK and who will only listen words that are coming from the mouth of Jacob Zuma. Anyone can say whatever they want, but if Jacob Zuma does not say it to other people, it does not apply. This is a very dangerous situation, because if you are a national coordinator, you're a national organizer, what you say must carry weight. It should not be rubber stamped by Jacob Zuma to have meaning on the people. So I want to discuss that speech of Floyd Shivambu and break it down so that we can hear exactly what is Floyd saying about the presence of Jacob Zuma when he goes and does his organization in the nation. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Blackheart, the hustle continuer. Made to inspire your goals and dreams. 100% good quality clothes are now available at affordable prices. T-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, bucket hats, and more. Place your orders now. 06847366908. Instagram Black7576. Facebook page Blackheart.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zijiva Sono. Ngwane, Mr. Easy Imale Nengi Nengi. And we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're breaking down the address of the national organizer Floyd Shivambu of the MK political party when he was there in Durban at the gala dinner that was happening there. It's very important to answer this question. Is there a MK party beyond the presence of Jacob Zuma? Any party that ceases to exist beyond the character of the president of that party will die a slow death. One of these good days, I will ask, is there an EFF beyond Julius Sello Malema? It's something to ask also. But today we are speaking about the MK party. The MK party made Floyd Shivambu to be an organizer, national organizer, not for KwaZulu-Natal. KwaZulu-Natal does not need any help. MK got 45% on a crooked ballot paper, results, IEC results. The MK is probably beyond 50% in KwaZulu-Natal, because your king is busy listening to the IFP and shaking hands with Udotibe AfriForum. So it's very disappointing what I saw there. I really kept my respect, not trying to attack the king and what he has done there. But that is the most disgusting thing ever. I know the kings have always worked with the colonizer and everything, but to do it in front of our face, I was so disappointed by Isilo. But anyways, the question I'm asking here is the MK political party going to be able to exist if Jacob Zuma is terminally ill, if Jacob Zuma is not well, for God forbid, and I'm praying that it becomes after 2029, that Jacob Zuma is no longer there? Can the party honestly exist beyond that? But let's break down this speech and let's listen, because I'm going to listen with you guys today, and let's hear what Floyd Shivambu says about the MK political party. Listen to this.
Call yourself an activist, a leader, a member of Umkhonto Wesizwe. And when you are given a platform, you want to speak about the body parts of other people's leaders. And you want to speak about their intellectual capacity. What will Umkhonto Wesizwe gain if we were to, every time we speak, we say, no, these ones are stupid. This one is a dumb cop. And then later on, we want to unify these people behind one agenda. And you're talking about adults with children, characterizing them with all sorts of names. And later on, you say, no, as black progressive forces, we must unite. And these are the people that you must talk to. So Umkhonto Wesizwe is founded on the principle of respect. And what is good about this principle is that it also finds expression in the code of conduct as well, that it will be a disciplinary issue to disrespect any person, even a general member of the public. You are not allowed. That is what defines the organization.
The MK political party is founded on the foundation of respect. I loved it. I loved it. You know, I learned it also on my YouTube channel, that there are other content creators, black content creators, Citizen Concern, Usiskatleho, Penwell, just to name a few. Let me not go further. That when I was watching their content, I was like, Jesus. I feel like I can make a video and attack those people. But the spirit of Pan-Africanism does not allow you to do that. You are not truly a Pan-Africanist if you have not truly understood who the main enemy is and understood the system that drives our brothers and sisters in doing whatever they are doing. I came to understand that, no, man, I need to understand why these people think like this. After I understand what leads them to thinking like this, I then fight what is leading them to think like that. I fight the system. In soccer, we say play the ball and not the man. Play the ball and not the man. So what Floyd is saying is so important, because we wanted these black progressive parties to unite at one point. And there's no other party they are speaking about. They are speaking about the EFF. Floyd is speaking about the EFF. To say, guys, we cannot, when Julius Silomalema loses weight, we body shame him. Look at him, he's losing weight, he's whatever. You even attack people's wives. You even attack people's children. That's how Ubuntu has been totally lost in the political space. People don't have respect for one another anymore. And he goes even further. He says, you can't even disrespect an ordinary person in the streets, not an MK person. Be respectful as an MK cadre. Be respectful as an MK commander. Respect everyone. It is English that says, it is the British that says respect is earned. The African people don't work with that parable. We work with the proverb, the proverb that says respect is taught. You are taught to be respectful to everyone. Not no, respect me first, then I will respect you. And my respect, and I will no. Africans, we are taught to respect. Respect umntwana omncane, or respect gogo, or respect this one, or respect that. You respect everyone. So at the back of respect, it is going to be easier for these progressive parties to work together. I'm happy that those words were spoken by Floyd Shivambu. And I wish that all the leaders of the MK can, echo these sentiments to say, listen, we want to respect even our political teammates, that we are working with in the Progressive Party, Progressive Caucus, and make sure that they know that we respect them. Stop fighting each other, African people. Anyone, let's stop fighting each other. We have to save our energy to fight the enemy. And it's so bizarre to me that we look at the Afrikaner people in Orania arming their children, arming their next generation. Tina, we are busy dancing, we are busy ngama piano, you are not even ready to protect your family against a serious fight. That is why we find that criminals can come to a family gathering and unalive 15 people, because no one in the family is armed. In a family gathering, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it's something that we have to address very much in our families. Arm the next generation. And it's something that we're going to properly preach in Paseta. So let's listen to the second clip that I prepared for you guys and hear what Floyd Shivambu, the national organizer of the MK party, was saying. Very interesting things that Floyd is saying here. And I want us to hear him properly, okay? Let's listen to this.
The other principle is the organic form of representation, that all activists, all leaders of Umkhonto weSizwe must be organic, must be guided by familiarity, by knowledge of what is happening in their communities. So you can't be in the legislature or in the parliament and then you go to say in your speech that no, according to the Daily Sun or according to Statistics South Africa, there is no water in Mhlabalingana and Jozini and Mtubatu. When you speak, you must be making a proper relatable story that I was in Mtubatuba yesterday, I was in Tabisa yesterday, I was in this area and I know the people do not have water. You should speak with authority on things that you know, not things that you have read in social media. That is the organic nature and character that we should build of Umkhonto weSizwe. The other principle and value is the principle of meritocracy and knowledgeability, that as leaders we should be knowledgeable. We should understand what we stand for. We should know the areas where we come from, so that we are able to provide proper solutions. Comrades, we are going to be doing a lot of induction and constant discussions about the politics of Umkhonto weSizwe. So we had started the program in Limpopo and Mpumalanga, and then the president says, no, you can't continue with those programs because I want to be part of these provincial programs as well. Because some people might think that you are just speaking yourselves and representing yourselves. I want to be the one who comes to all the provinces to explain the constitution of Umkhonto weSizwe. So that those who say, no, we only listen to Obaba must listen from me and hear that this is what I'm saying. And there is none of the sections that are a mistake in this constitution.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to cover actually in this video. Okay, let me start with what he started with. It's so embarrassing listening to politicians who don't have a point of reference and who are disconnected from reality. Because remember, when you listen to politicians, most of them were members of parliament. These people no longer have load shedding, no longer have water shedding, no longer stuck in traffic, no longer affected by crime, no longer, they are so protected that they can be disconnected from the reality that me and you face. So Floyd is saying, listen, visit the areas so that when you make reference that so-and-so area does not have water, it is something that you have went and seen with your eyes, not what the Daily Sun has reported. It's very good. And he says, listen, don't be a social media person who researches on social media. Go and verify what social media is saying on the ground. I like what he's saying there. But now, he says, for induction purposes, the MK political party head of national organization, Floyd Shivambu, is going province by province, trying to conscientize. Because remember, he's building from the grassroots upwards. He's saying we have to have an induction where we speak to each and every province and we induct them to say, this is how the MK political party operates. And he says, we have already started in Mpumalanga and Limpopo, but the president of the MK political party said, Jacob Zuma, stop. You can't continue like that. I want to be part of all of these things that you are doing. I want to travel each and every province, the 9 provinces, and make sure that these people hear from me. Because there's other people. This is what Jacob Zuma said to Floyd Shivambu. He said, there's other people who want to hear from my mouth directly. They say we only listen to Ubaba. Hey! This is the problem with the MK political party. There is people that Jacob Zuma, Floyd Shivambu, and everyone in the MK leadership knows only listen to Ubaba. You cannot make someone a national organizer, and after that, you don't have confidence in him going and doing the work alone. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? There is a loophole there. There is a glitch in the system of the MK political party, that people don't even trust the national organizer himself. They trust that Ubaba, if Ubaba comes and say it, it's official. If Floyd says we can still, question it. But if Ubaba say it, it's official. So for me, that is a sign of big weakness in the MK political party, of which they must fix, going forward. Because during the campaigning, they were suffering because Ubaba could not be everywhere. In other political parties like the ANC, you can send Fikile that direction, Paul that direction, and send Cyril Ramaphosa that direction, and send, you can send people different direction, and those places will be satisfied that an ANC leader came. The same goes with the EFF, that you could send we send Ndlozi this direction, Marshall Damini that direction, and send Julius Silo Malema another direction, and the people will be happy. But you saw with the MK events that if Ubaba was not there, they were not as lively as possible. Bonginkosi Kanyile was trying. And remember that time they still have Mr. What do they call that new Toyota again? Mr. Kumalo. He was trying Shem to do something, but events that did not have Ubaba were suffering because of people wanted Jacob Zuma. They wanted, like they will just leave venues because Jacob Zuma is not there. They will just see immediately when Dutizile Zuma announced that Ubaba is not here, people were like, we want Jacob Zuma. And that's the type of love and respect that the man commands. People love Jacob Zuma wholehearted, and they want to see him there. This is going to be a point that the MK, I was hoping that the national organizer would have fixed it going forward, but it looks like there's still that fear even amongst him, that even when he runs, he still has to come back and say, Baba, do you want to come run with me, or are you okay? Must I stop? Must I go? I don't know. You guys tell me on the comment section, what do you think about Floyd not being able to run the MK programs without Ubaba? Because to me then it means that Ubaba actually is the national organizer. Or do you guys understand what I'm saying? The national organizer that does not carry authority for me is not a national organizer. Let's continue to listen to what Floyd says.
When the first draft was presented, the proposal on the MK Youth League was 14 to 35, similar to Wagogo. And the president says, tell me what defines youth. Do you want a 14-year-old and a 35-year-old to belong in one organization, which is a preparatory school? How are they relatable? Because majority of people above the age of 30, they are fully established adults with children and many other obligations and responsibilities. And he says that we as Umkhonto weSizwe, we are not getting what are the voices of the youth now. We are not getting clearly what is the political agenda of the generation we call Ma 2000, because they don't have a political voice. And naturally, if you group them in one organization with people who are far much older, who are 20 years older than them, the ones who are older than them will be dominant because they've got experience. Let's create a youth organization which will express the interests and aspirations of young people in a true form. That is the guidance that we got to receive. When President Zuma was 20 years old, he was a fully fledged freedom fighter. He was sent to Robben Island at the age of 20. Before he was 35, he was in the National Executive Committee of the ANC, in exile. And then he says that perhaps we made a mistake as those of us who came from exile, because when we came back, we said that youth is up until the age of 35, and then you have got adults who are above 30 towards 35, behaving like they are young people when they are not young people. When they are supposed to take full responsibility of the struggles of our people. Go and check what was the age of Thomas Sankara when he led Burkina Faso. Go and check at what age did Steve Biko die. Go and check all the revolutionary activists. So there is absolutely, we had a different view because we believed that it is supposed to be in Umkhonto weSizwe like it is in other organizations. And through proper political, ideological guidance, we all came to the conclusion that Umkhonto weSizwe Youth League must be closed at the age of 30. And that was the guidance of the president. And there is no one who is going to create any other fictional explanation. Those who are in the National High Command will tell you. And those who came to say they are seeking explanation, he said, let us meet outside. The former Youth League convener from Lower South Coast, from Oak, was there. He explained the whole day to say, he even asked, how many of you have got children? And everyone else was raising their hand. So let's stop any imagination that there was some conspiracy to exclude people. There's no conspiracy we need in Umkhonto.
Okay. This 14 to 35 is not a true reflection of what youth is. I agree with the fact that us as the 30s, us who were born in the late 80s, There is no 20-year-old, 19-year-old that is going to sit and debate politics or strategies and beat me in strategy. That will have to be an extraordinary child that started politics from a very small age. But most of this youth, you look at the youth that is in the EFF, the ANC, whatever, they get to know about politics properly once they get to colleges and varsities. You understand what I'm saying? So I agree, 30, for me, 30 is even a big number. The 25 would have been a good number, 14 to 25, and those of 25, 26 to 40 categorized differently. But for me, I'm happy with this category of changing what you say is youth and to 35, because even at for me, I was like, hey man, Tina, we are past 30, man. Why are we still being called youth? There's nothing youth about owning 2 cars, but again, a house, a credit card, and your thinking patterns are of monetizing everything that you have, surviving, children, school fees, all of those things. You don't have the same issues to address economically like AMA 2000, those who are just starting university, just starting finishing high school and all of those things. So this is a good move for me for the MK. You guys will just tell me what you think about that. So yeah, I agree. There isn't much I can say. I wish other parties can also adopt this and just stop youth at 30, man. Because this 35 thing. And again, another thing, you can't compare us to Thomas Sankara. Look at Thomas Sankara, what he did was when he was 35 and all of those things. Hey, it's difficult. Those people come once in a lifetime. That's why it took so long for Burkina Faso to get Ibrahim Traoré. So it's not easy to get those type of people. They cut from a different cloth. Steve Biko, Robert Sibuku, those people are cut from a different cloth. Even about Jacob Zuma, they don't come in packs. They come as the very scarce commodity, those people. So yeah, guys, let me thank everyone who have donated to Paseta, the Pan-African School of Economics, Agriculture and Technology. You are watching this video on Sunday. The following Sunday, the big announcement will drop of Paseta. So be ready for that. I want to thank each and everyone. Your names, some of you are running on the screen, of everyone who has donated to the Pan-African School to say, King, we want to see the educational sector being Africanized, the curriculum being Africanized, and our children being taught respect properly, our children being taught how to be super students, how to make money online, how to solve problems, how to, our children must just be the best. I mean, in South Africa, we've got 2 schools that are amongst the top 50 schools in South Africa. And for me, that is my target for Paseta to be the one of the best schools in the whole world. So it's very important for me. I was watching that video and I was like, wow, it's good that we have these 2 schools that are doing that. But Paseta is going to do much better than those schools. So I'm very excited with this thing. And we had our first executive meeting with the Lesotho Paseta, such wonderful people there. We will be appointing the executive very soon and making sure that those people they run in Lesotho. They are so ready, they are so hungry. I just want to give them a shout. And I told them, if someone wants to donate for Paseta Lesotho, Paseta Namibia, Paseta Uganda, Paseta Angola, or Paseta Botswana, please, just when you make your donation, just reference it as Paseta. Just say Paseta Lesotho or something donation, so that we can separate them in our bank statement, so that we can take that money to Lesotho and take that money elsewhere. So it's very important to do that distinction when you want to donate for Lesotho, Namibia, Botswana, Angola, and Uganda. So please, do that for me. I appreciate it so much for all your support, guys. It's not easy. You guys know I've been on a journey this past week of cutting some weight. Yo, ziyakhala. I've lost 4 kilograms. I'm sure more than that. When after I do this video, I'll probably in Sunday morning or afternoon will be somewhere at 81 kilograms. So I would have lost 5 kilograms in 1 week. It was not easy. No, it was not easy, and I still need to lose 6 to 5 kilograms more, taking care of myself. But don't have the energy, so I'm going to change the diet and go to a carnivore diet. But it works also just as well. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again. Again, follow me on my social media platforms, and please go and check out African Mojolo with your boy King. That's my sister channel. Our sister channel is a channel where we speak about relationships, we speak about all of those things. Make sure that you check that channel, subscribe there. And also for King Said So, we want to reach 50,000 subscribers before the end of 2024. I will appreciate it if you are enjoying the content, that you also click the subscribe button. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.